Hello everyone. Got 3 dirty jokes for you today. So Kevin had been working at the same job for years, and he was getting used to the daily routine. But when his old secretary left for a new job, he was left scrambling to find a replacement. After a few days of searching, he finally found someone who seemed to fit the bill. As Kevin settled into his new routine with his new secretary, he couldn't help but notice how efficient she was. She had a way of anticipating his needs before he even asked, and she always seemed to be one step ahead of him. However, one day, Kevin's wife Emma found out about the new hire. She immediately became suspicious and started firing off questions. "Does your new secretary have nice legs?" she asked, her tone accusatory. Kevin was taken aback. "Didn't quite notice," he replied, honestly. Emma wasn't satisfied. "What color are her eyes?" she demanded. Kevin felt a little embarrassed. "Haven't had the time to check," he admitted. Emma wasn't done yet. "What are the nail polish colors she uses? Metallic, gel, or neon?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. Kevin felt like he was being interrogated. "Not a clue in the world," he said, feeling a little defensive. Emma was getting impatient. "Does she have a local accent?" she asked. Kevin felt like he was on trial. "I barely spoke to her, so I don't know," he said, a little exasperated. Emma pressed on. "How does she dress?" she asked. "Very quickly," he replied, with a smirk. "His funeral will be held next Tuesday." So after a long and eventful night of heavy drinking at the local bar, a man stumbled out onto the street, barely able to stand up straight. As he staggered down the sidewalk, he noticed 2 priests walking towards him. Feeling bold and perhaps a little delirious, he stumbled over to the first priest and proclaimed, "Hey, you know who I am. I'm Jesus Christ." The priest looked at the man with concern and replied, "No, son, I'm afraid you're not." The man, undeterred, then made his way over to the second priest and said, "Listen, I'm telling you guys, I'm Jesus Christ." The second priest, equally skeptical, replied, "I'm sorry, my son, but you are not the Son of God." Growing increasingly frustrated, the drunk gets fed up and says, "Here, I'll prove it." He stumbles back into the bar along with the 2 priests, confident that he would convince them. As he comes in, the bartender looks up, sees the drunk and groans, "Oh, Jesus Christ, you're back again." So George and Johnny were boarding a flight on Philippine Airlines, looking forward to their upcoming adventure. As they settled into their seats, George couldn't help but notice the incredible views from the window. However, just as the plane reached cruising altitude, there was a sudden jolt, followed by a loud noise. The plane began to shake violently, and the lights flickered on and off. George and Johnny looked at each other in terror, wondering what was happening. Then, the captain's voice crackled over the intercom. "Dear passengers, this is your captain speaking. We have encountered an unexpected problem with one of our engines. Please remain calm, as we are doing everything we can to ensure your safety." The plane continued to shake, and the passengers started to panic. George and Johnny tried to keep calm, but they could feel their hearts racing. Finally, the captain's voice came back on the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making an emergency landing on the water. Please follow the instructions of the crew and prepare for impact." As the plane hit the water, George and Johnny braced themselves for the worst. But to their surprise, the landing was smooth, and the plane came to a stop without incident. The captain's voice came on again. "Hello passengers, we have successfully landed on the water. I hope all of you are fine. Now all of the people who can swim, please go to the right side of the plane. The people who can't, please go to the left." Relieved, George turned to Johnny and said, "Wow, that was amazing. This airline really knows how to handle a crisis. Johnny nodded in agreement. Yeah, I'm impressed. The crew seems really well trained. Everyone was arranged according to their swimming abilities. The captain spoke again. Everyone who can swim and are on the right side of the plane, please evacuate the plane immediately and carefully. And to those on the left side of the plane, thank you for flying Philippine Airlines.